Okay, so now we turn to Sam Darnold, whose time in New York with the Jets. It's over after being dealt to the Panthers. So the Panthers will be sending a 6th-round pick this year and a 2nd and a 4th-round pick next year to New York in exchange for Darnold. So let's listen on this NFL conversation between Max and Stephen A. from Tuesday.
Stephen A., I'm going to start with you, though. Who got the better of the deal?
Me personally, I think it's the Carolina Panthers. They've got a 23-year-old quarterback that I think has a lot of promise. Listen, I don't blame Sam Darnold for what he endured. What did he have to work with? What was the running game he had to work with? What were the receivers that he had to work with? As a matter of fact, their best receiver at one time Robbie Anderson ended up going to the Carolina Panthers anyway, if I remember correctly. And so when you look at it from that perspective, let's call it what it is. Sam Darnold was contaminated by Adam Gase, who should have never been the head coach of the New York Jets to begin with. If Sam Darnold was in this year's NFL draft, he would have been a top 3 pick. That's who you give away. You get a 4th-round pick, you get a 6th-round pick. I mean, come on now. I'm just saying he's 23 years old, and he didn't have good coaching. He didn't have a good organizational structure. The Jets are notoriously dysfunctional. Sam Darnold gets a fresh start, okay, working for a coach and playing for a coach who can coach. I think we all know he can coach, all right? And the Carolina Panthers organization is just a better organization than the New York Jets. I think they win in this.
Now, you can say what you want about Sam Darnold's talent, everything. To me, when I've watched Zach Wilson, which I've done more over the last several weeks, oh, my God, I see what people see. I think he is specially talented. You now have 4 firsts, 3 seconds, 3 thirds, 3 fourths. You have a potentially franchise quarterback in Zach Wilson, and at least you don't have 3 years of book on him saying, it's not trending in the right direction. You don't have to pay him yet, and you have an embarrassment of riches in the draft to build around him. That's taking a shot. That's taking your swing, not getting cheated if you're the Jets. I think they did the right thing, and I think by moving Sam Darnold and taking Zach Wilson and getting a 2nd, a 4th, and a 6th, they won the trade.
Okay, Kimberly, let's start with you. Who do you think got the better end of the Darnold trade? Was it the Panthers or the Jets?
Good job, Max. Good job. I was a little worried about that earlier segment, the Durant and KD.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I was a little worried. But Maxie came through. This is what I would say to Stephen A. Because, yes, was Sam Darnold contaminated? Yes, he was. Did the Jets contaminate Sam Darnold by hiring Adam Gase? Yes, they did. But the Jets are the real winners. The Jets are the real winners because they don't have to pick up that Sam Darnold option. Because it's easy, I will say to Stephen A., it's real easy to say the Jets should definitely rehabilitate Sam and definitely, try to win with Sam when your job is not on the line. Stephen A. will still be on this set. He will still be here on this show, regardless of whether Sam Darnold's career goes like this. But the Jets win because they don't have to figure out how to make Sam better or is he the guy. They say they've identified the QB that they believe in. That's all that matters. They could be wrong or right, but they believe that we assume it's Zach Wilson. So now we're going to see the Zach Wilson show in New York.
Go ahead, Freddie.
As a Jets fan, believe me, I still wish Sam Darnold was there. That's why I think the Carolina Panthers got the better of the deal, and here's why.
Kimberly, we argued about this on your radio show. We argued about this already. Okay, yeah, we did.
Let's rehash
we
it.
certainly
Let's
did,
go.
and I have not changed my position. I'm not going to change my position. I think the Jets got the right guy in terms of Robert Saleh being a head coach. And Kimberly, I'm with you in terms of Joe Douglas and a head coach will be on the same page. Because for the last couple of years, it was the Adam Gase show, and boy, they should have closed that show from Broadway the minute it opened up after the first night, because that guy can not be a head coach in the NFL ever again, in my opinion. But I still believe that the Jets, Sam Darnold got the better of this deal. I think the Carolina Panthers got the better of this deal. But I still think Sam Darnold, 23 years of age, still has a lot to go on and a lot to be playing for, and also have the ability to live up to that ability. He's going to get that with Matt Rule and the Carolina Panthers and Christian McCaffrey coming back from injury and at least having wide receivers. So I guess I don't trust the Jets drafting Zach Wilson, being that guy's going to be a better option for you than Sam Darnold. To me, it's not all about rehabilitation. It's about a guy that believes he can still be a quality quarterback in the NFL and won't get that chance in New York, but will get that chance in Carolina. That's why I think they won the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where your girl comes in with the verdict, okay? Because y'all are beefing, y'all are on two different sides. And I know this started off with Panthers versus Jets, but I think Freddie's right. The biggest winner is Sam Darnold. I mean, he had a low-key function/party when he celebrated, hey, I've got a greener pastures to go to, because he has had 3 tumultuous seasons with a depleted roster, unstable coaching. So fly, butterfly, fly. He's had 2 head coaches and a GM fired while he was there with the Jets. And now he's tag teaming with who? Joe Brady, Matt Rule, very respected. You can point to your weapons. You can see him like my Stanford man, Christian McCaffrey, got DJ Moore, that synergy back with Robbie Anderson. And I think that the Panthers, on top of it, got probably the better side of this play based on, Sam Darnold's upside. 3 picks starting at the 2nd round, 4th, and I believe the 6th. Not too bad for the 3rd overall pick, in 2018. And this is where I think it's different, Kimberly. The peer pressure is on, especially for this quarterback draft class when it comes to the Jets. I mean, clearly they have 2, and that's a great pick to have. But which quarterback will be the real winner of this overall draft class? I mean, Trevor Lawrence has an opportunity going 1. Is it the quarterback that gets plug and played into Kyle Shanahan's system? Will he thrive? Will it be Zach Wilson and the Jets now finally, having a new coach on the same synergy? Will it be Mac Jones? Will it be Justin Fields? Trey Lance? There's a lot of peer pressure in this quarterback class that a lot of people will look to the Jets and say, like, all right, you chose him. Was he the right guy? Because we partnered with Sam Darnold for those reasons.
And I think because of that move to back
no one knows. Listen here. No one knows if the Jets are going to get it right, because the Jets rarely do. So that's fine, but we'll wait and see. You got to give them benefit of the doubt, new regime. But when we talk about the potential of Sam Darnold, I think he'll be great in Carolina. However, when you talk about the potential of Sam Darnold, how many teams, when they had an option, a lot of quarterback-needy teams went a different direction? Whether it be Chicago, there were a lot of different teams out there that needed a QB and could have gotten Sam Darnold. And the Carolina Panthers were the one suitor in the end that said, yes, we really want him. So if you're going to talk about a lot of potential, I would think the line would be a little bit longer, and teams would have been a little bit more determined to get him if they were certain that Sam is actually going to turn around. That's all.
I'll say
I guess we'll wait
decision.
another year to really evaluate Sam Darnold and his abilities, because as of right now, he ranks 2nd to last among qualified passers in QBR since being drafted 3 years ago. But we'll give him another year, all right? We'll see if it was really his own weaknesses that he can blame on himself, or maybe it was just the organization. Well, let's...
Can't be worse. Can't be
I'm
worse.
having the last word. It's the organization. All right, let's talk about the Masters as they roll on in Augusta in the obvious absence of 5-time winner Tiger Woods. Max and Stephen A. debated whether we'll ever see him back at the top. Let's watch. Max, will Tiger ever win another major?
I believe he will. And maybe it's like just being optimistic, but he seemed like the reports have been, and he's reported that he's at home, he's recovering, he's continuing rehab. The prognosis, as far as I understand, is that once the major injury, like it heals up and then he has to rehab the muscles and stuff like that, if he's able to walk again, he should be able, in my view, to play golf again. And I think he will be so motivated at this point to win a major, and you get 4 bites at the apple, or potentially every single year, and you can play, until later in your life in golf. This